Hi, Victoria. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's your past 6 months been going?
It's a crazy. I don't know how to answer that question. I've been okay though. I'm doing all right. Everything. I will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we can all say, I think. We take it day by day, right? So, yeah. So, I loved your layered performance in the show. I thought it was so beautiful and so captivating. So, tell me how you got into Danny's shoes, as it were, and how you crafted your portrayal of her.
Um, I think preparing a character starts with reading the script. This is about taking in the story and getting to know her as a person. Um, and then kind of thinking through my own perspective, what's the best way to present this, um, to bring the character to life in a way that people will feel connected to. um,
Mhm.
I've been trying to let go of the idea that I can represent reality, because that
Mhm.
is dependent upon the idea that I know reality, but all I know is my own reality. I don't know everybody's perspective. So everything I'm going to do is going to come from that perspective. Um, but each character helps hopefully broaden that.
Mhm.
So yeah, then it's just about thinking how to translate that through the way you move and the way you make noise. Um, Learning about her history and how that will affect her. It's very complicated and in depth, and I don't even understand all of it.
Yeah, yeah. She's been through quite a lot of trauma. She's trying to process everything that she's been through, everything that she's currently going through. So it's, I imagine as an actor, it's a very tough role to inhabit.
Um, I mean, every character is doing that though, and
Right.
almost everybody has been through challenges. I haven't really played a character who hasn't. I think that's part of the job is understanding that there is specificity to the way everybody moves and speaks. Everybody has is like stereotypes don't exist, tropes don't exist in the real world. We all have a very particular dialect in the way that we speak and a particular stride in the way that we walk. And that needs to be embraced, I think, when I come to every character I come to.
Mhm. So when we spoke with Oliver Jackson-Cohen for Hill House, he said that you were a really giving scene partner and he really enjoyed scene work with you. So what was it like reuniting with him and with Henry and with sort of with Carla and Kate and then bringing in these new cast members to the family, as it were?
Um, I mean, Oliver's one of my best buddies, and I always feel good being around him. Um, so it's just great even to be in the same city because we're usually not being able to see each other. We unfortunately don't have a lot of scenes together, as
Right.
which is the same in the first season. We only had like a couple of scenes together. Um, yeah, it's such a gift to be able to see these people again and have some continuity on this journey of being an actor because unless you're in a series, from what I understand, doing films, a lot of the time you work with a bunch of people, get to know them very intimately, and then you don't see them again for a really long time. So it's a real gift to be able to see all of those people again. I mean, yeah, Carla,
And
Pete, Henry are all they've been very generous with me, especially because they're um, yeah, everybody has a lot to offer also, and being able to because they were all like more experienced than I was by a lot, so being able to observe the way they work and learn from them, was an amazing opportunity and continues to be.
Mm-hmm. And no spoilers, but what was it like working with Amelia and building that dynamic?
Working with Amelia was great. It was interesting because those characters don't have a pre-existing relationship. So it's not like, for instance, in the first season, me and Oliver were able to sit down and think and grow the relationship that we had before the cameras turned on, right? Like,
right.
We had to build a backstory, but with Jamie-Dani, that doesn't exist. We have independent backstories, and we're getting to know each other throughout the course of the show. So that's kind of what happened. I think I was doing a lot. I was working especially a lot towards in that first episode. So I wasn't super available. And then we were doing these scenes, and there was kind of this like distance between us, and I was like, this kind of fucking works. I think it is kind of nice that we don't know each other so well, but that there is this actual like bit of mystery. And then as time went on, we kind of slowly built a relationship as the show allowed us to spend more time together. And I think it worked out all right that way.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a favorite memory from set or downtime from set?
I mean, there's so many nice little moments. I appreciate all of them, even just like Tania and Rahul and Amelia teaching me about tea and like how to drink tea properly and what best teas are. And yeah. Oh, it was everybody is so funny and good spirited and generous. This cast was so fun to work with.
And you said that you were listening to a lot of FKA Twigs on, I think it was You, to just unwind and get, out of that headspace. So what did you listen to on this set to just kind of like, tap out from Dani a bit?
Started listening to Radiohead a bit during this. I hadn't really listened. It was a particular album that I don't really know. I always found like I had a really like a pretty narrow, like, I don't know, like a relatively narrow taste in music. Like I didn't listen to like a lot of rock. So I had just like kind of gotten into this Radiohead album. And Dani is like, she's a frustrated individual. Like she makes herself really happy, but that there's a lot of complexity and darkness and anger underneath. And so it was kind of interesting to like unwind and listen to this like really abstract kind of, I mean, similar to FKA Twigs even, I think in some ways, really environmental kind of cinematic music.
Yeah. And so what have you been watching lately that you've really liked?
I Pen 15.
So good. It's so good.
I was saying in a previous interview, I think that's the good work that we can do. I think it's really, really important show that will do a lot of good to us all. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all need some comedy and lightheartedness in our lives. Yeah. For sure.
Like really represents a reality and doesn't leave us aspiring for some weird fantasy. It allows us to relate to our own lives and appreciate them.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your art. I can't wait to see what you do next. Thanks so much, Victoria.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.